Magandang gabi mga kababayan ko. Meron ho akong sasabihin sa inyo. Marami kasing haka-haka, chismis dito, chismis doon. Alam ko nalilito na kayo. Yung iba naman parang desperado na kung ano na nangyayari sa gobyerno. Alam ho, itong problema talaga ng COVID, hindi ganun kadali. For one, ang greatest disadvantage natin is hindi tayo mayaman. At ito labanan ito ngayon sa highest bidder nga. Kung sino yung bayad ng una, nang magdeposito na, tapos lalo na kung yung bansa na yon humihingi ng supply ng vaccine is the country where the factory is located. Tawagin natin factory. Nandyan, nauuna talaga sa kanila. Pero wag ho kayong maniwala, just stick with General Galvez. Wag na kayong wag kayong lumipas sa kanya or ignore him and believe the others. As I have told you before, ganito yan. Meron tayong pangbayad. Ang Asian Development Bank, pati ang World Bank, magpahiram sa atin para ibayad natin sa vaccine na bilihin natin. Yung mga price, hagling lang yan. Eventually, yung mag-taper off yan into a uniformity sa prices. Hindi mo naman sabihin na sa isang lugar, sa Pilipinas, ipagbili mo ng 500, tapos yung ibang countries, because they are manufactured there, magbigay lang ng, ipabili lang ng $1 o $5. Hindi ganun eh. At saka yung pera na ibayad natin, hindi hawak ni Galvez. Hindi hawak ng mga tao na inuutosan niyang gumawa ng formula na yan kung paano tayo makakuha. Ang may hawak ng pera ho, ang bangko. Ang sabi nila na bilyon, yung bilyon na yan, nandyan sa World Bank, pati sa Asian Development Bank. Pag mayroon na tayo, dadaan na kay Dominguez, Secretary Dominguez sa Finance, i-review nila yan before submitting it to the Land Bank, ADB Bank, pati sa World Bank. Dadaan muna sa kanya yan at baka i-submit niya, he might opt to have it pass in a full vote sa cabinet meeting, magbotohan. Ngayon, basahin ko sa news roundup rather on international affairs. Basahin ko muna dahan-dahan lang. Europe, EU regulators recommend authorization of AstraZeneca vaccine. Tignan mo ang kagago ng European Union sa the European Union's medicines regulator on Friday recommended authorizing the Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine for the use among its 27 member states. Kaya ito Europe, mga European countries, parang asosasyon nila. Tapos sabi dito, keeping off a turbulent week which shows Black attacked the drug maker over delays sa supply. Ito sa Europe na to, ginagawa na ito mga medisina doon. Sabi na, the European Medicines Agency, meron pala sila, European Medicines Agency said the AstraZeneca vaccine will prevent the deadly coronavirus from attacking people who are at least 18 years old. The vaccine has been administered in the UK since early this month. I expect the company to deliver 400 million doses as agreed, the European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said. Meanwhile, the European Commission launched a new mechanism on Friday to monitor and in some cases block coronavirus vaccines exports out of the European Union. The European Union has voiced concerns that vaccines could not be sent abroad before companies fulfilling obligations in their block. Ganong kadali. Ang atin dito, ASEAN, but we are not really as powerful as the EU. Wala tayong connection, wala tayong pera. May pera tayo pero naka-ready lang. Standby. So yung mga haka-haka, mga istorya, chismis ng mga yung nakita ninyo sa TV during the last 2 weeks preceding ngayon, walang nangyari. Puro na ito, papriso namin, si Galvez. You can talk of billion, wag mo na, gawain mo ng trilyon. Kasi wala talagang pera. Ang pera nasa bangko. Wala tayong inipon na pera para dyan lang kasi hindi natin alam na yung COVID dadating sa buhay natin. Do you really want to know what's happening in our economy? You talk to Dominguez. Alam mo, lahat ng bayan ngayon ng buong mundo, bagsak. Talagang bagsak. Tayo, maganda na sana, nung hindi dumating yung COVID, we were doing fine. Hindi naman yung very good. We were doing good. Tapos dumating yung COVID. Walang kita, walang ano. Ngayon, mababa na ang value, GDP natin, sabi nga, about 9. According to the Secretary of Finance, araw-araw, ngayon, hanggang matapos tong COVID, araw-araw, we are losing 2 billion na pera para sana yun sa mga tao. The workers, the Filipino workers, would have earned that money kung ang ekonomiya natin gumagalaw. Kaya nga hindi. Yung may social distancing, we cannot also argue with the science people. If they really mean good, so what can we do about it? So yung mga transportation, sabi ko, hindi yung social distancing, nakaka-discourage. So ang transportation business wala. And you know, the world and the economy is run by oil and gas. Kung hindi natin patakbuhin yung mga cargo trucks, mga ano dyan, wala na. So we are sinking deeper and deeper. Pero hindi lang rin tayo. O hindi tayo. Lahat. Pero we are trying our very best to keep us afloat. Ang ekonomiya natin, mga kababayan ko, is masama talaga. Biro mo naman, ilang taong walang trabaho. The economy of the Philippines is really in bad shape. But, as I have said, it is not only the Philippines who suffers. We in the world is suffering with everybody. Huwag naman masyado ninyong idiin yung bayan ninyo na talagang pobre na gano'n, gano'n. Nabubuhay pa naman tayo. Let us just hope for the best. The problem is yung bakuna. For all of the bruhaha. Oh, mayroon kami dito. Nakita, mayroon saan? Yung AstraZeneca, hinostage ng European Union. Sa Europe kasi, parang isa na lang sila. Ang pera nila ng euro dollars, ang pera ng France, pero lahat tanggap na lang. Wala na silang distinction. Kaya, ganoon ang ginagawa nila. Ewan ko kung ano, but sana itong one day, maybe, one day, not in other fields of magkakaroon rin tayong panahon to shine. Hindi na ako yan. But kung dalhin lang ng buti, hindi naman gaganti. But our time will shine someday. Yung ating ASEAN, it is not that powerful to have a cloud sa mga ganitong ginagawa ngayon. Wala nga eh. Walang supply. Baski yung mga tao sabi na, meron kaming mabili. Sige, sabi ko, bumili kayo. Tapos idaan lang ninyo dyan sa FDA. Ngayon, kung approve na yan, for sale, bumili kayo. Tingnan ninyo kung may stock. Magkano ang bilhin ninyo? 10,000 doses. Hindi nga isang barangay lang yan. So, we cannot do anything. We cannot call upon the heavens to fall on its knees to demand and be ours what is not to be simply ours. So, just keep your faith in government. Total, si Galvez, yun naman ang trabaho niya. Ako ang trabaho ko, may trabaho. May trabaho kami kaya na. Dominguez takes care of the economy. Si Secretary Duque naman, palagi nilang inaaway, pero tama naman. Pero ganun siguro yung public office secretary. Do not be maano ka sa get discouraged from the brickbats thrown against you. Now, sandali dito ha. Let us go to another ito nga din is again, may I just read it? Maybe it will be fortified by the announcements also of the task force. Ang community quarantine classification as of February 1 to 28, 2021 as follows. As earlier announced, some areas will remain under the general community quarantine from February 1 to 28, 2021. NCR, Abra, Apayao, Benguet, Baguio, Ifugao, Kalinga, Mountain Province, Batangas, Luzon. Dacloban for Visayas, Davao City, Davao del Norte, Lanao del Sur, and Iligan City for Mindanao. Santiago City, Ormoc City, and all areas placed under the modified general community quarantine. Ito ulitin ko itong Santiago City, Ormoc, and all areas are placed under modified general community quarantine. That's the list of mga empleyado sa gobyerno na suspendido January 23, 2017. Florencio Padernal, misconduct, suspended for 3 months. Dr. Gregorio Pang Jr., same, misconduct, 3 months. Genever Jr., same, suspension. Meron dito, I'd like to remind the CHED to write me a letter. Kasi dito si Doktora Maria Teresa Samonte, Chief Administrative Officer, CHED Regional Office 12. Ang kasalanan niya, serious dishonesty, grave misconduct, falsification of public documents, and conduct prejudicial to the best interest of the service. Now, next is that si General Galvez will give us a report on COVID-19 additional. So, where are we now, sir, sa ating negotiation sa vaccine?
Sir, on our negotiations, sir, out of 7 companies, we have already signed a term sheet of 5, and we have already locked the supply of 106 to 108 doses, including po yung sa single dose. So all in all, sir, we can by this coming February 2nd week, we are trying to come up with the supply agreements with the vaccine manufacturers, and we will also include the 2 remaining contracts that we are negotiating, sir.
How many do you expect?
We are expecting up to 146 to 148 doses, po, sir. This excluding for the COVAX, that we are assured to have more or less 40 million doses, po, sir.
General, with your permission, I'd like to ask the Secretary of Finance to give us the wherewithals kung paano to, how it is being played. Kasi yung number na we are targeting 70 million, he knows how to play his marbles well. I cannot follow him. So we'll ask him to just say how many Filipinos may be vaccinated, how many will not be vaccinated, and why we need a lesser amount. Sani, Tagalogin mo na lang, San.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, we are pursuing three approaches to the vaccine procurement. Number one, multilateral approach. Sabi ho nyo, yung World Bank, ADB, Asian Infrastructure Bank, at saka yung COVAX. Yung COVAX po, in-explain ho nyo, is a World Health Organization activity na nagpo-provide ho ng vaccines to poorer countries. That's the first strategy, yung multilateral approach. Yung second ho, yung partnership with the private sector, at saka yung third ho, partnership with the local governments. These approaches are independent, but they are coordinated. Para ho, we will have enough doses to vaccinate 100% of the adult population. Ang multilateral approach ho, yung national government multilateral approach, meron ho tayong funding ng 1.38 billion US dollars. Galing ho yan sa World Bank, Asian Development Bank, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. And plus, we have funds for vaccine through the agreements with suppliers or with COVAX. This will fund a total of 106 million doses of vaccines. Ang value ho niyan, 1.2 billion US dollars. And plus, we have 40 million doses of vaccines under COVAX. Ang costos of COVAX is only, ang contribution na natin sa COVAX for 40 million is only $84 million. Itong 146 or 148 million doses will vaccinate 76 million adults, more than 100% of the adult population. Ngayon, yung mga age 1 to 18 years old na hindi pwede i-vaccinate is around 40 million. So, we have to vaccinate around 70 million. However, we have negotiated for 92 million kasi ho, na-experience na nababasa natin sa dyaryo, may mga slippage, mga delay sa delivery. There's delays in Europe, there's delay in the US. So, to be safe, we are negotiating more than what we need of 70 million. So, we really expect delays. Pero delay is not our fault. And because we have the money and we're ready, ang delay ho sa manufacturing. So this is how the program that we have. And I hope the public, if they have any questions, can ask Secretary Galvez, Secretary Duque, or myself to clarify on this. Now, we cannot just say the names of the vaccines in public, but these are vaccines, as I said, they are AstraZeneca, Pfizer, Novavax, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, at saka Sinovac. So, this is ito ho yung program ng program natin. We need to vaccinate around 70 million. We have negotiations tayo at saka yung private sector around 178 million doses, good for 92 million people. So, this is our program.
Let's go back to Secretary Galvez.
Sir, ito pong next slide po, sir. Maganda po yung balita po, sir, natin kasi next slide po. Next slide. Dahil po nung nag-submit po tayo ng ating recommendation sa COVAX noong January 18, pinirmahan po namin ni Secretary Duque na tayo po ay mag-a-apply ng COVAX facility na for early rollout. Ang in-expect lang po natin ay 250 po na Pfizer. Actually, yun po ang ano po namin preparation. Pero gusto po namin magpasalamat sa WHO at saka sa Gavi po, sir. Dahil kasi talagang tinupad po nila yung pangako po nila na dahil kasi po talagang tinawagan po namin sila sa New York, tinawagan din po namin yung mga country rep po dito, na sinabi po namin talaga na kulang po tayo sa first quarter ng of the year. Katulad po ng mga developing countries at saka mga poor countries. At maganda po na nagbigay po sila, sir, na 117,000 na Pfizer para sa ating mga healthcare workers. Yung pong po yan, 171 trans po yan, bibigay po sa atin. And then yung AstraZeneca rin po, nagbigay rin po ang COVAX ng 5.5 million to 9.2 million. So ito po, pwede po pong scalable po ito pagka nakita po nila na talagang kaya po natin i-dispose kaagad itong mga kasi po ang naipangako po sa atin ay 20% or more or less 40 million doses. So ito po, gusto po namin magpasalamat sa WHO sa Gavi dahil kasi talagang they're giving so much premium on the equity of access to poor countries and developing countries. And ito po, nakita po natin na meron din po itong tinatawag na mga kailangan po na mga corresponding next step na gagawin po natin at we will comply po ni DOH yung mga gagawin pong mga po natin. At natutuwa po kami at natutuwa po yung mga LGU na they will receive yung yung 117,000 na COVAX Pfizer and also more or less 5.5 million to 9.2 million po na AstraZeneca. Ang rollout po nito is mid or last week of February. Kaya po meron po tayong at least mga more or less na naasahan na 3 million doses this coming February po, sir. Next slide. And then ito po na-discuss na po na we have already signed the 5 term sheet and then also lock in more or less 106 to 108 million. And then we are preparing also for definitive supply agreement and then also the finalization of contracts by mid of February. Next slide. So ito po, sir, ang propose po namin na rollout dahil po talaga nagano po si Secretary Dominguez na talaga napakalaki po yung yung naging epekto po ng COVID-19. So ang po namin, we are to be flexible also kasi sa Indonesia po ang ginawa po ng ng Indonesia to protect also their economy. Priority po nila yung mga essential workers. So yung po ang titingnan po natin na dito po dun sa ating mini rollout with COVAX, we are recommending po, sir, na we have to protect and preserve yung healthcare service muna, sir. Kasi po yung ating mga healthcare workers, ito po ang pinaka vulnerable. At saka po ito po ang pagka hindi po natin sila protektahan, sila bang magbabaccinate, magkukulaps po yung healthcare system po natin. Yun po ang nire-recommend po ng WHO na unahin po natin yung ating mga hospitals and yung mga healthcare workers na gagamitin natin sa vaccination. This also includes, sir, yung tinatawag natin yung mga protection of vulnerable sectors and government frontliners, katulad na po, sir, yung vaccinators at saka yung uniform personnel. Dahil kasi yung uniform personnel po gagamitin po natin yan sa massive vaccination. They should be also included in the in the first batch during the first quarter. And we are recommending sa second quarter, sir, dapat maibigay na natin din kasama rin po sa ating recommendation the protection of priority sectors and institutions. This includes, sir, yung economic frontliners. Yun po ang nire-recommend din po ng mga Metro Manila mayors kasi yun po talaga rin nakita natin, yung sinasabi nyo nga po, yung mga driver sa mga food and industries, sa mga services, yung social services, at the same time yung mga life support services, kailangan maproteksyonan din po natin to. Ito mga mahihirap din po ito eh. Yun po ang inano po ng recommendations ng ating mga communities and mga LGUs. And then yung talagang full rollout po natin, our volumes will be coming on the third and fourth quarter. So we are expecting more or less 30 to 50 million doses per quarter during the third and fourth quarter. Pero yung mga po natin, yung ating pong mga manufacturers na ka-engage, they are willing na magkaroon po ng early rollout at saka early distribution sa quarter 2, kasama po yung tinatawag natin yung Serum Institute of India, which is considered the world pharmaceutical company We are negotiating na magkaroon po ng second quarter na rollout, especially yung Novavax po at saka yung AstraZeneca. So yun lang po, mahal na Presidente, at thank you very much po.
Salamat po. Well, I think we are through with all of the topics that need to be discussed tonight. In their order, it is always the COVID, and then the concomitant rocos that it creates in the minds of some people. I hope that this will clear up the fog, the mist in the gray matter between the ears of people floating na yung mabilis nga mag fast to the draw to condemn to start question. Ang hingiin ko lang sana, patapusin mo lang ninyo kami. Total, if there's a liability in one, there will be a liability in all. If there's a anomaly in the start, then verily at the end of the whatever project is undertaken or activity, it should always be there. So kindly refrain from just smelling here and there just to find a worthwhile topic which to the people is very important, lalo na kung corruption. Baga sabi corruption, sabi mga, kasi ang tao, it's bombarded by issues about corruption. It's not only with dito sa atin, sa inyo rin. Wala mang exempted dito sa ano. So nobody's proud of sabihin mo you are an islander, an independent one. You cannot be, because we are all part of government. Ang akin lang is next time is they should ask first, or at least rindahan ninyo yung the urge, so parang bitawan na kagad yung kabayo na para lang to gain publicity or to appear in public to be pristine. Kaya nga sabi ko, all of you there have been painting Duque black because you want to appear white there. Yan ang, if you want to appear white, then paint your opponent black. And then you are always white. Ganon yan. So mukhang wala naman siguro tayong additional topic unless there is one. Kung meron, we can extend. Kung wala na, I just ask the people to, I said, the next time, do not be so gullible and basta maniwala na lang kayo, talk about corruption left and right. When it starts with a big bang and it ends with a whimper. Wala nga, sabi ko sa wala napakulong yung mga yan. Yung napakulong lang on the basis of their investigation. Wala yan. On the basis of their evidence gathered by them, karamihan nagbagsakan rin. So, if at all, mas mabuti pa yung ipinahal ng pulis. There's a semblance of success there. So, wala namang iba kami kung ipaabot sa inyo. I said, you have a choice. Maniwala kayo sa kanila o maniwala kayo sa amin. Kung maniwala kayo sa kanila, go ahead. Sige, walang nagpipigil sa inyo. Ngayon, kung may naiwan na maniwala sa amin, just keep faith with us. At the end of the day, you will see that everything has been done in accordance with the rule of law. Salamat po.